Hello, hello. Just doing some personal art today, just because my disciples this month, they are a little busy, and so they didn't have any submissions. So you may see me just change my mind about what I want to draw. Just because I'm starting from new. And sometimes these stuff, they don't even pan out because I'm like, I changed my mind, I don't want to do anything related to this. But it's all part of the process. So most of my sketching phases is just feeling out how I want the piece to work. So if it's not vibing, I usually don't take it past the sketch stage. I don't even bother with color, but if I do like how the movement, the composition is working, then sometimes I'll actually, start putting in some of the colors, which can be one of the challenging aspects of this, just because color's not my strong suit. I still struggle with it, so you're not alone. I feel like this is running into the problem. It's looking the same as my last piece. Let's see. Might be too similar. If this doesn't seem interesting to you, it's because most of the time my sketching phase is not interesting. I just spend a lot of time gathering ideas, trying to figure out how I want it to look. So you see how I axe a lot of my stuff sometimes? So if you were looking for a productive stream, this is not it. probably only stream for about an hour just because I have some stuff to do today. But hopefully next month, if we have some more crit stuff, then we'll be able to, you know, get a little bit longer, more interesting stream. I know this is not like my typical format, so some people might find this boring, which is okay. And I had a kid ask me why I say shoot all the time, and it's honestly just a habit of me trying to create sound effects for what I'm doing. So there's honestly no rhyme or reason. You could make your own sound effects if you want. Trying to make her like a Sly Fox kind of character, because I see this reference picture and the makeup is so pretty that I kind of just want to steal it and jazz it up myself. And it might not even end up being a super complete piece, might just be a study. Maybe something like that. Lots of chains here maybe. And a whole bunch of flowers. That might be how clothing might wrinkle up. I honestly don't know. I'm not an expert. I go by feel most of the time. Let's put something in front maybe just to break up the shape a little bit. Something like that maybe. Now, how dark do I make it is the question. Maybe something like that. Because I still want to be able to see her hair. It's gonna be black. Oops. Alright, and then I gotta get rid of the background because I can't see a goddamn thing. Something that maybe I don't know. Or better yet, I will just add some stuff in the back. Some shit like that, maybe. Let me finish laying down this stuff first. By no means are you expected to do very good lighting at this point. You just want to get the general situation down before you know, move on. That way you can decide whether or not you like the lighting, and then you can move on to make it look better. gotta go darker than that. Okay. Don't know how I'm feeling about this so far. This, I don't like it. Pardon the dog outside. I don't know what's going on. Someone must have bit his tail or something. Feeling that mental block, so I may revert to just doing some studies just to get out of it. What have I been obsessed with lately? Let's mess with some color today. Alright, I'm stealing this from AI composition, but the lighting is really good, so we're gonna make it artist touch. So take back what we deserve. Oops, why did my music stop there? And of course, not the most glamorous of things to watch, but it's much necessary. It's messy for now. I just want to get the feeling of the chair in there. And then we'll fix up the shape. Alright, these are the ugliest bamboos you'll ever see. Whatever, I don't care at this point. also not accurate, but whatever. I don't know, some kind of fancy ass bottle line right here. Ooh, maybe something like that. And then we can start refining some of the details. Let's see. And because I am not a set designer, nor am I an architect, I am absolutely garbage at like designing set pieces, so typically I have to look up hella references in order to make them look somewhat, you know, agreeable. So don't feel bad if you can't draw, you know, certain set stuff. That is what references are for. Just make sure, you know, change it up a little bit, add your own little flair. And again, this is not even like the final stages. I probably will clean up these lines a little bit more before I do add color in and then start, you know, painting everything together. And today will be a short stream because I've got some stuff to do. So for those who have missed out earlier and is wondering like, oh, is she gonna stay here? Nope. Depends on how I'm feeling. Maybe I will just play a little game after this. because I did get a new controller, so I'm pretty excited to, you know, use any opportunity I can. Disgusting, whatever. My chair is absolutely horrendous looking. But I don't care at this point. Something like that. I feel like this thing comes out more. Someone looks like a chair. And then let's just double check the angles of our ovals. Her arm's not gonna touch if I don't bring up the table a little bit. Shoot. And then let's bring this arm up too. let's fix up this stupid anatomy. It's horrible. The shoes I will probably change because I don't like them. But for now they will do. Someone follow me. This is such a disgusting format, I swear to God, Twitch. I don't have a follower stream goal, honestly, because I don't stream enough. If I potentially had decided to dedicate more of my time to streaming, then I definitely won't have enough time to do Patreon also, so it will have to come down to me choosing whether I want to be a streamer or an artist. So I have a lot of respect for people like the artists who are able to, you know, keep up a streaming schedule and stuff, because to be fair, sometimes streaming can feel boring, so in order to keep their audience engaged, they somehow, you know, can't be both. I know, can't do both. If I do Patreon, I literally will not have time to stream at all, since I also have a day job. So most of the time I'm like pretty tired when I get off work, so there's no point or like reason I should be, you know, doing both. But hello, welcome to my stream. One of the few times you'll catch it. Usually I stream once a month. It's for my Patreon crit stream, but this month they all have, like, you know, busy life stuff, so they did not have any submissions for me, so I've just been here chilling by myself doing some personal art. I had to restart because I was pretty unhappy with what I did at first, so happens to the best of us. If you missed out what I did before, I was working on this thing and I was like not feeling that vibe, so we axed it. No, for Patreon, so I have a tier called Disciples, and so basically every month they submit a piece of work that they've been working on, maybe in the past few months or like in the past few weeks, and they have like questions or they're just struggling to make it up to par. So I critique those and I put it up on stream and we just, you know, talk about all the fundamentals. So let's see if I can find an example of some stuff that I do crit. So last month we were critiquing, we're critiquing Jesse. He just, you know, threw in this sketch and he wanted to know how to make it more cinematic. So we talked a little bit about how to make composition better, how to make atmosphere, how to choose color palettes, and etc, etc. So it's really just a tier if you really want to improve your art, or like you want a little bit more like targeted advice instead of just general, because my general tier is just me putting out a poll saying what would you like to learn this month, and then I make a tutorial video for everyone and they can, you know, take it as they will. Shoot. Whoops. Let me switch off for a second and let me see if I can clean up some of my stuff. It's really tiny, so I don't know. Let me just move this over though. Unless someone is zooming into the very, very pixels. I highly doubt they'll actually be able to read my social, but thank you for the caution. You screenshotted it? Alright, I guess. Use my identity. Hopefully you helped me earn my work credits. Pay my taxes for me. But honestly, at this day and age, if I haven't accidentally leaked my information, it's some company or some school system. They got hacked and then all my information is in the black market anyway, so it's not too much different, to be honest. And if you've ever seen like my sketch phase, my sketches and my finals tend to look pretty different. Just because I paint over all my sketches, so whatever you think is how it's supposed to look, it ain't it. I feel like her hand's way too big. Big rule of thumb, if your hand is any bigger than your head, it's too big. I know there's people with like huge hands and stuff, but even then there's like a proportion to it. So you don't want to make your hands way humongo unless you want to be Mickey Mouse. For real, welcome, welcome. Surprised to see newcomers. This isn't my usual stream format, so I've already talked about this, but potentially if I feel like it, I may stream more, I may not stream more. Just depends on how tired I am. Hello, hello. If you don't know who I am Cindy, and I typically do a lot of stuff on Instagram. Not as much lately, but most of it is on Instagram. So it might be fun sometimes, you guys, to see what how I do my process, my my disgustingly painstaking process. What's the gram? It's the same as my username on Twitch, Cinderlove. The algorithm hasn't been kind to me lately, so any new friendos to follow me to see what I'm doing makes me feel nice. Boost my ego a little bit. Do I want her face to look like that? Let's flip it, see how I feel. Oh fuck, okay, that was not it. Her face is so lopsided, okay. Well, to be fair, I was already at 100K before, and then all of a sudden, because I stopped posting, and then the algorithm got so fucky that it has just been slowly dropping. So, oopsie doozies. And I even did like a whole 100K DTIOIS, which was very funny because I had to delete that whole highlight just so it doesn't confuse people anymore. It's okay, it's just numbers. Honestly, I feel like most of the people who are unfollowing me are the ones who are like, they're lurkers, so they weren't actually even engaging with my account anyway, so, and bots, so it's okay. Just to know, being social media influencers are pretty tiring, so I cannot be those like people who make influencing my full-time job. That sounds very tiring. And I swear, I don't know why Instagram targets me. They're like, this is how you build your account. I'm like, dude, I don't want to post like 3 to 5 reels a day. That sounds so exhausting. Alright, I think that her hand is decent enough. I'm just kicking a dead goat in the face now. Okay, let's look at overall proportions. Her leg seems very, very long. So let's shrink that baby. So I can totally imagine why Rostraws got so burnt out from social media over the years. But I'm glad he's back now. I recently saw that Korean artist who does a lot of those like tutorial posts. I forgot what his name is, but he was saying something about bent legs. You should have 50% top side, 50% bottom side. That's why I'm like doing that whole squinting thing. Think her feet is big? I think her feet are big enough. Okay. Shoot, shoot. Super subtle. Let's see what shoes. You have some dope stuff over there? Yeah. Though to be fair, I don't do too many original stuff just because I don't have that much time, but when I do original stuff, I try to really focus on like crazy lighting and stuff. Link in my bio isn't working. Okay, Twitch, what is going on with you? It should work. If it doesn't work, here, let me just link you. Boop. Don't know why it's not working, but it's supposed to. Complain to Twitch. Hey. Now let me go look up some shoes, because I don't, for Pete's sake, know how to draw shoes. Let's see, 1920s Shanghai girl. Let's see what their fit looks like. Most of their shows. Don't want to get banned if I show off any feet or anything. Those are sandals. How long have I been drawing? In terms of the stream or in terms of forever. You're already following. Perhaps this is why. Surprise, surprise. If you're talking about how long I've been streaming since 5, so about an hour. I might just stream for a little longer and then I will stop because I still have to finish editing a video for Patreon. But if you're talking about in general how long I've been drawing, I started drawing when I was young, and I didn't pick up digital drawing till, say, late high school, early college, but even then that was on and off. I really started my Instagram account around 2021-ish. I really put more effort during COVID because I had so much time at home. So yeah, and then it's just been ongoing till now. Shoes. I'm guessing the shoes I chose are fine. I like her hair. Let's steal that hair. Because I'm not feeling this hair at all. I really hate drawing bangs on any of my characters because I personally don't look good in bangs. So I feel like subconsciously as artists, you kind of like, you know, project yourself into the pieces that you do. And to be fair, if that ain't how artists boost their ego, I don't know how else we do it. Yeah, it's been somewhat of a long journey. I feel like the craziest that happened to me was in... when did Across the Spider-Verse come out? Was that like 2022 or something? That summer was wild, bro. I got semi-cancelled by some people and I'm like, damn. Y'all are wildin'. I have no goddamn idea how this hair works. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for following me. You will not be you will be disappointed because I don't stream often. Whoops. So whoopsie daisies. Ay 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 ay. Okay, so her hair swoops up like this. It makes that weird loop-de-loop. How to capture that essence? That's a good question. I feel like part of being an artist is to understand how everything kind of works, so you can accurately do it, actually draw it. But goddamn if that doesn't make it hard for me sometimes. So people who are hairstylists, please explain to me how this hairstyle works, because I don't know a goddamn curl from another one. Very elegante, yeah. I'm stealing the lighting that I saw in an AI photo. It totally doesn't make sense. Like, let me just show you the picture itself. It's pretty, but then you're like, what the fuck is going on with his hand? Like, why the hell is her finger bending like that? And like, in what goddamn world is a glove stretching this big? Doesn't make sense. Nor does a lot of the things in the background look. So let's just take it as a reference and then just do with how we want to make it. I think that's the vibe. AI never makes sense, yeah. But you have to admit, the stuff that AI sometimes steals from makes some pretty interesting lighting. Like, that's the only thing I can agree, I can only like appreciate AI for, is that they have good lighting because they stole from artists who have good lighting. So if I could ever find out who those artists are, I will be sure to, you know, follow them instead. Right? If there were better lighting, I would be able to understand how this hair works. So there's a curl there, there's a curl there. I think this is all one curl and this is all one curl. Oh wells. If it ain't it, that's too bad, and we're just going to work with what we know. Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna eyeball it, and when we paint it, we're just gonna hide all the details. Don't tell people I said that. Okay, that's cool. Close enough. I don't give a shit anymore. Flip it back over. Oh, fuck. Okay. And then over here is gonna be some ugly ass bamboos because I don't know how to draw bamboos. And a base. Da 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 da. It's a big bamboo, y'all. They're also tiny. God damn. Why is it also AI? That just makes me so sad, so depressed. Ooh, kind of. Okay. This is just a placeholder. Bamboos I'm gonna paint in manually because I don't typically draw shrubbery at all because it just doesn't feel very natural looking when I draw them in, and it restricts a lot, makes the process a lot slower than say if I just, you know, paint it in. So we're just mapping out how big I'm gonna make this stupid thing and where the leaves are about where they're gonna go, so I can get a feel for how it's gonna look. Sort of works, kind of nice. I'll go with it. Get rid of some of those sketches. Right? The bamboo is so ugly and like messy, but it does help fill up the space, because in the original picture you see like it's just abstract smoke kind of shadow, which it's cool, but it also doesn't make too much sense. So I kind of wanted to add something a little bit more within that theme of this very 1920s Shanghai girl kind of vibe. Let me go back to more of Shanghai girl because I need some ideas for the outfit and how it drapes. Like these ones, like the very fancy schmancy kind. This movie I'm very tempted to watch, but I don't know where I would get it. It's so old. Where did I open it to? Here. Sweeps over, a little bit of draping here. A little bit of draping here. Maybe I have more of that on her leg, so it's less. Something like that maybe. And again, I am not a fabrics expert, so most of the time when I'm drawing folds, it just goes by feel. It's not 100% accurate. Okay, let's finish up that drawer, and then I think we can start putting down some color. And so most of the time when I'm just cleaning up a sketch, I have two options, depends on how I'm feeling. If I feel like I want to put in the effort to make my line work look spicy good, then I will add one more layer and like go over everything and clear up the details. But in the case of like stuff like these small details, I'm not gonna bother doing it again because I'm just going to paint it anyway. Same for the hair, like what's the point? So let's just finish up the drawer. Kinda gotta be careful about this tangent that I'm creating right here. It's kind of disgusting. Hope that feels Asian enough. Okay. Let's put down some colors and then we'll probably call it a day. So Color is coloring. Honestly, I hate how when I'm like filming on my phone, the colors, like these bright colors, just don't want to show up at all. They're like, I give up, please no more. Which just makes it frustrating if I do want to, you know, make any extra content to keep my Instagram page somewhat alive. So it be what it be. It do gotta work with what we got. Let's make this more red. Shoot. It's too red. Sure. Let's do a little bit of variations in our shadows so it doesn't look hella boring. So I'm going more gray color, less desaturated, to create that kind of purplish tone. The more you know. And then let's see, how do we make that bluish color in here? Oh, it's too much. Okay, there you go. I might even go just a little bit more. And then let's break this up a little bit. This is the part I hate the most because it's me just trying to figure out any color at all. Because most of the time I will promise you my colors are pretty garbage. And it takes me a lot of trial and error till I find a color palette that I like. Very rarely do I just, in my head already, I know what color palette I do want to use. But when I do have that, like, you know, I think the only color palette that I already knew where's my Aki one? The only one I really had in mind already was like something like this, where it's super stylized and I already knew like I wanted blue character and reddish background. So those are a little bit easier, but for like say my B-Day piece, this one that like blew up for some reason, if you see in my YouTube, I have like the process video, and you'll see like I started out with like really whack-ass colors because I was trying to go for like the white spacesuit, and then I realized that the colors I wanted to use for like the flowers and the bunnies and everything, it just wasn't going to work with that white spacesuit. So I had to like axe that, and then eventually I've settled on let's make everything more monochrome, so more cohesive. Don't try to do too many colors, and that's why it looks a little bit more, you know, impactful, and you get really focused on like the lighting. So I learned a lot from that piece. Don't know if that really went to my other pieces, but let's make that a little bit lighter in the background. just pretend like there's a secondary light somewhere. Maybe there's a cushion here, I don't know. So that's why I don't, you know, focus on details at the sketching stage, because I will sometimes, you know, go by instinct or just say, ah, something's not feeling right, I'll add some stuff to it. Okay, something like that. And then let's put in our bamboo. So bamboo, we're gonna go for the dark areas first. And I go more... No, honestly, being an artist is also a lot of just studying and practicing, because you can have the intuition, but if you don't have like the basic knowledge and skills, you won't get too far. So it took me a long time to kind of develop the instincts that I have. It's through just, you know, observing other artists and then kind of practicing on my own and then noticing the patterns of what looks good and what doesn't look good. So super rough bamboo first. This is all shadow because when you're doing foliage, you want to make sure you're starting out. Where's my bamboo line? This one. You want to start out with the super generic shapes first and then come back in and, you know, build up the shapes. So that means all shadows for the moment. Put that behind there. Wow, I had the instinct to make that chair on top of the bamboo. Wow, I don't usually do that. I usually struggle to like separate the layers because I'm so dumb. And I'm like, la la la, put everything on one layer. So proud of me. So usually when I see so many dark things all together at once, I later come back in and try to make something lighter. She the girl from the Chinese movie? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, perhaps you would be more informed than I, because I'm literally just taking reference pictures from Pinterest. But welcome, welcome. Just a tiny little chat right now. My bad. But you caught me in an inopportune time because I'm probably just gonna go for a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna dip. So I just want to finish up laying down the basic colors and then I want to go eat dinner and, you know, relax for the rest of the day. Let's add just a tiny bit of shadow underneath that pout. Oops. Oops. And then I perhaps... Flowers of War. You make me curious, so let's look it up, everyone. Educate ourselves. Flowers of War movie. Am I gonna get banned for showing this? Something 13 I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is. But Christian Bale being in this movie is so out of nowhere. R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, I'm kind of going for that vibe right now. I don't know. I was bored. Needed to do something out of my comfort zone. So sometimes doing stuff out of your comfort zone can really help inspire you to do the stuff that you do like to do. Maybe make this even brighter, actually. I'm gonna use my lasso tool to create some leaves. But where did my bamboo go? Okay. No, no. This one. It disappeared. What disappeared? My bamboo? Nah, it's just hidden because I have too many tabs and it's not a big enough screen. Shoop. And so I'm just kind of crafting out some overlapping leaves from this dark shadowy abyss that I have right here. And this is how I typically make any of my foliage. I start with all the shadows first and then I come back in with, you know, the lighter stuff. And as I get closer to the light, I'll go closer to my greens. I'm on the wrong layer. I'm on the wrong layer. Okay. Whoops. Ah, saved it. I saved it. I was so scared. If I didn't realize this, it would have been dead. I would have been dead. I would have been over. See how like this yellowish color looks green? Made it to live. Woo woo! Wow, I can't believe it. The reason why my scheduling, my streaming schedule has changed, it's partially because I now work a full-time job, so I get off work at 4:30. So I have to shift my streaming schedule to be later, and some people may not make it, some people may now make it, so just see how lucky you are. Just depends. But I'm glad you can make it now. Shoop. Nice to see all these new faces. Rawr! Okay, so you see how easy foliage is kind of starting to look like bamboo, even though I really did nothing. So I will actually make these even brighter because I want it to kind of compete with the woman a little bit. Right here, let's make it super bright, and then this one we're going to tone down a little bit because it's farther back. This one's closer to us. And then let's finish up the table and then put in the woman in there. So table. I may one of these days, maybe for like, I don't know, Christmas or no, Thanksgiving, since I have more time then, I may just throw into my Instagram for a Google form for people to just submit their works to me so I can critique live. Ooh, if it is 3 AM, you should probably go sleepy sleep, even though tomorrow is a weekend, or today is a weekend. Don't feel obligated to stay, because I'm not going to stay for much longer. Sleep schedule's cooked. I remember when I went to bed at 3. I no longer can do that because I have a full-time job. Haha. So the benefits and the downfalls to having a job that pays you. I want to darken up this area here. It's just way too fucking bright. So bloop, bloop, bloop. You're in high school? Wow. Wow. It's been a... How's high school going? It's been a while since I had to think about like stuff like SATs and shit. But welcome to becoming almost an adult. It will be fun. So let's do that whole section is... didn't want that. Enjoy it while it lasts. High school is both. I mean, for me, I enjoyed high school, and then life began. But I don't know, to each their own. I totally understand, like, sometimes high school may not be your favorite time of your life, and that's okay. So just know you have a long life. If it doesn't work out right now, if you're not finding the people to vibe with at this moment, don't worry, you have a long life ahead. You're gonna meet a lot of people in your life, so don't feel bogged down if, you know, people are like being assholes right now. And don't feel like you have to, you know, don't feel too sad if you do end up drifting from your friends, because that's just gonna happen with life. Not everyone's going to actually put in the effort to become friends with you when you're adults. Let's make them all red. Red for the blood. I will be posting my latest piece later tonight. I just have to download it onto my phone so I can put it into Instagram. But hopefully that will be fun for you guys to look forward to. Didn't want that. Okay. And then let's do La Woman, where I swear to God, I really need to label these things. Okay. Bamboo, line, tablet, backline. I used to be really good at labeling, and then I kind of gave up because I just decided to merge everything together anyway, so girl. I know I spelled it wrong, but whatever. Let us put her in shadow so we can carve out some light, and then I will call it a day. Shoop, shoop. I know, right? There are some people who are like have like 3 million layers and they don't like label it either, and I'm like, damn. You are playing with fire. There. Get rid of this stick. And then let us put her in shadow. So I want to do a little bit more yellowy shadow. Let's go darker. I'm gonna squint my eyes. I feel like she's not dark enough. You moved a lot. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. When I was like super young, I moved a lot, so I didn't really have any like really close friends, especially in elementary school. I feel like that's just one of the harder times, because when you're older, you know, you can kind of like stick to yourself if you have to, but when you're young, you're like, you don't have a phone or anything, so you kind of have to actually talk to people. But I hope you found like your little crowd now, so it's not as bad. I don't like this color. I fucking hate it. Okay. Yeah, 2 is enough. Honestly, if those 2 are consistently like hanging out with you or like talking with you, then do you really need that big of a crowd? I know in high school I used to hang out with like a lot of people, like a huge crowds, and I just felt so stressed out. And I think it's just because I'm like an introvert and I don't like, you know, having such shallow friendships. So most of the people that I talked to in high school, I do not talk to now, so do with that information as you will. Same goes for college. It's maybe rough for you to make friends at first, so don't feel like, oh, you're alone in this. There's plenty of other people who are also, you know. Okay, so that's for her dress, and then let's change her skin to be more red so we have contrast. In a large group, dude, large groups are such like a mood. I don't know how anyone can like actually have meaningful, genuine friendships when they're like in like a group of 10. Like I feel like when we were kids, we were like, oh, it's a big squad, it's so fun, everyone's like different and stuff. And then you get older, you're like, oh, actually I want to keep my peace a little bit more, don't want to like talk to so many people. And I actually actively avoid people now. Let's go bluer. And that's just me, but there are some people who thrive off of like having lots of friends, so to each their own, you know. Which is why I feel like streaming is a good balance for me getting out of my introverted self without having to actually go out. The lasso tool, oh my god, I didn't even start using the lasso tool till I think I started when I was more active on social media, and I was like watching Loish, if you know the artist. Lois V, I don't know her last name, but she's super famous. She uses the lasso tool like religiously, and I started saying, perhaps she has some merit in what she's doing. So I started using it more, and I was like, ah, fuck, this is a good idea. Why have I not been using it this whole time? I'm such a dumbass. Anyway, that's the end of that story. Not a very interesting story. Okay, let's add in spicy light. I'm gonna say we're gonna cut off that light right about here. Wow, so happy to see see different people in the chat, because to be fair, I am probably older than both of you, so to me, whenever I'm interacting with my fans, I just assume they're, you know, around my age. But the fact that I have audiences of different ages is pretty wild. So thank you. Let's go just a tad bit. You're my art babies, if anything. Okay, so the bad thing about lasso tools, sometimes this can happen, so you have to be careful like how you lasso your tools. So sometimes you gotta go back a little bit just to fix it. Sure. Let's go there. And I actually really only use like 2 brushes at most when I'm painting. So that is the mood for that. I want to kind of break up that shape a little bit. Oh, my dumbass forgot the glass. Whatever, I'll just paint it in. I genuinely don't drink enough to accurately know how glasses should look, so whoops, my bad. This will be a place marker for now. Heck of a place marker. Okay, I will come back to do more details later. I just want to get everything in there before I, you know, start dedicating my whole entire existence to making it look good. And then let's do like a brandy bottle or something, I don't know. Shoop, shoop, shoop. And then about this size maybe. Something there. I will look up more references for that. Okay, I will call it there. I think that's good enough for marking out the shapes and stuff. Usually I then take my time and figure out where I want to start. Usually I am a sucker for starting with the person first, so depends. Thank you for joining me today. So glad to at least have 3 viewers. If I stream consistently, I know people tell me if you stream consistently you can build an audience, but I'm so horrible about that. I am so private about myself. I don't want to socialize too much too often. And I also feel pressure when I'm doing art on the fly. So thank you for showing up. I will potentially stream again next month, sometime around Thanksgiving or not. I don't know, we'll see. So just make sure you follow me so you can get the notification if I do stream impromptu, and then we can chat again, okay? Hope you guys go to sleep or have a great dinner or whatever time zone you are in. I'm gonna go eat now, okay? Bye, 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 bye.